back to this week's vlog, or this fortnight's vlog. Depends how much content I have, but good news is I finished the Sitatanga, so I'll just need to take some photos of that, and the king penguin chick with the new fur. So that's all the dolls done for the zoo. Now I just have to make the bongo horns, which is something a bit different, which is good. I can sculpt some things this time. So hopefully I can start on that this week. Don't know how much I'll get done. It's an ambitious week. The plan is to finish the 3 commissions that I have, so the kangaroo, the squirrel and the lion. Yesterday I attached the faux fur to the head, and I added these gold bits here, which I'm going to add some more around here when it's more finished and it's all trimmed, just so I can place it a bit better. And I might give this a little bit of a trim, but we'll see. So I haven't worked with anything with gold like that before, but I'm going to try and integrate it into the mane a bit better, so there's a little bit more just throughout the mane, I guess. We'll see. So, well, I guess the good news, one of them has faux fur on the head, and I just need to do the feet. And then, yeah, the other 2, which shouldn't take too long. So, yeah, fingers crossed I can get that done maybe today or tomorrow. And, yeah, take the photos of the 2 zoo dolls and get started on the bongo horns. I want to do some, like sculpting 101 videos for my YouTube, so it'll be just like a little video on a sculpting technique that I do. It could be anything like fur or eyes or horns and stuff like that. So yeah, I have a whole list of it, but if there's anything in particular you want me to do a video on sculpting techniques, just let me know in the comments, and I'll put it on my list. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe I'll do a video this time of like what I used for core, like the cores of the heads that I sculpt, so you're not using too much clay. So I thought I might do a quick video on that to have up on Friday, this Friday. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. And yeah, and I can get started on painting this if I have time, so which is the Flying Fox commission, the albino version of the Flying Fox, so that'll be fun. And yeah, we'll see, ambitious, but let's see how much I can get done, I guess. on the one of the antlers that I'm sculpting for the bongo horn, the bongo antler. So I decided to sculpt. I'm gonna do sculpting it one at a time. So I made a pretty good start on it yesterday. So I'm sculpting it, the first one, out of monster clay, and I'm using monster clay because I'm gonna mold it and cast it. So it's quite big at the moment, but we're this is what we're looking like so far. So you probably saw that I was sculpting it onto my table, and I've measured out a 75 centimeter length. And that's roughly 75 centimeters in length. So I basically laid out a whole bunch of monster clay, and it looked like a big poo. So basically the point of that was to get the monster clay down into like a long snake-like, or poo-like, if you like, length, and then I could change it up with, once it was drying, I could bend it into shape with monster clay. And I'm using monster clay. I decided to use without an armature because I know monster clay dries quite hard, so I knew it would be able to support itself. So as you can see, it supports itself once it's cooled. It takes a little while to cool when you have something this big, but I left it overnight, and I sort of manipulated it a bit while it was still warm so I could achieve these bends in it. So what side is this? The right side. So that'll be one side of the horn. It's quite big, obviously. Yeah, so yeah, this is the right side, and the reason why I'm doing one at a time is because I'm going to try and heat it up again with a I don't know, something, and then try and bend it the other way, and that way I will only have to sculpt one, and then obviously change the way things are looking, like all the details and stuff on one side, just see how it looks once I bend it the other way. So hopefully that works. I have a feeling that it will break, but it's nothing that we can't fix. I will yeah, make it a bit softer with the heat gun though, and just see how it goes. So yeah, once the monster clay is hardened, it can support itself without an armature, so that's a good thing about using monster clay. So the plan for today is to do all of the curves, all of the little details. So the bongo horns need to have like a sharpish edge around here, and also around the back area, and obviously just a little bit more carving out and refining, but we're making a good start on the single horn. Yeah, so once I've finished sculpting this one, I'll mold it silicone, and probably do a and yeah, I'll probably do like a jacket, plaster jacket over the top of it, so that way I don't have to use as much silicone, and it's a bit easier to use. So when I do the pour, I can pour it through the top here, and that way hopefully it will be a resin cast of it, and then I can start painting it up. So hopefully I can get this side done today. I don't know what the chances of that are, but you know, sometimes I can be a quick sculptor, sometimes not. So I haven't done a horn this big before, or an antler this big before, so yeah, it'll be a learning curve. And I've done the smaller bongo antlers on the doll, so I've got that for a 3D reference, which is really good. But again, I sculpted that out of, you know, just reference images on the computer, so I shouldn't have a problem finishing it off. So this this here took pretty much an entire box of monster clay, almost an entire box. So this is the box of monster clay. I've still got a little bit left, so that should be enough for all the details, but I used the entire thing to sculpt the base of the horn. If you're wondering how much monster clay that you needed for this, if you wanted to sculpt your own horn. And I basically went over it. I did a really rough shape of it, and I went over it with this little rake tool that I made. So this video is available on my Patreon on how I made this tool, and it came in real handy for smoothing things out. So you can see it's got the texture still, so once I add all of the details, it'll probably smooth it out a bit, and yeah, take it from there. But other than that, I think that rake tool worked really well for getting all the little, making it more of a smooth surface, and there's not so many cracks and bumps and lumps. But yeah, again, we'll need a bit more refining though, so I'll yeah, start making curves I guess. Hey guys, gonna end the vlog for this week. There's a little bit more footage because I did a little bit more this week. So a lot of sculpting though, but so I managed to apply the faux fur to one of the commission dolls, which is the lion. There's still a little bit to do. I don't want to bring it over here because I got clay. I've got my bongo horn here and I don't want the fur to get everywhere. But let's see if I can hold it somewhere. Let's hold it over here. So basically I've applied the faux fur to the head, which we decided to go for black and a white muzzle, and then I added some of those strands to just to the side so far, but I'm gonna put them into the rest of the mane just to blend them in a little bit. I might cut them, they're a little bit too long, but I'll check with the commissioner when I do the rest of it. But yeah, it's turning out great. The rest of the body, gave it a trim, and yeah, he's almost done, which is really good. I'll put him back over there away from the clay. Yeah, Sitatanga is done. So I took some photos. Oh, I got a cat taking over my seat. I took some photos of the Sitatanga and the new king penguin chick, so I've got to edit those and I'll send some pictures to the zoo and see what they think. And then I'm on to the last zoo thing, which is the bongo antlers, which is great. So it's taking a little bit longer to sculpt them, just to get the proportions right and the angles and stuff right. It's a big piece of clay. But yeah, it's been pretty, I've enjoyed learning how to sculpt a horn, a bongo horn, but I'll show you. It started life out as a poo. It looked like a poo. And yeah, we've got this so far. Still a lot more refining to do, so I've done a lot of work here and a lot of work on the curves there, so it's really long. It doesn't fit into the one frame. But we've got one right side horn, I guess, which is looking good. So I really want to get those angles right. So there's a lot of carving and adding and carving and adding. As you can see, I've got to do this side. So I've done that side where it's nice and smooth and angled nicely. And then I've got to do this side. I don't want it perfect because they are horns and they are antlers, and their antlers are not perfect, so I want to keep it a little bit rough. and I'll still need to add all of the boning sort of detail on it. So once I'm happy with the shape of the horn, then I'll start adding that that detail. So my plan was to, like I said before, just do one side and see if I can bend it the other way without snapping it too much. And that way I won't have to do too much sculpting. I'll just have to redo some bits and probably redo this curve bit and some of these curves as well, but we'll see how it goes. And also the angle of the bottom bit here. But it's turning out pretty good. I've been enjoying it, and yeah, it's a big piece of clay that's going on. So yeah, they wanted 75 centimeters, so that's what I had to measure, which is roughly 75 75 centimeters. And yeah, so the molding will be interesting. So I'll only need to do one mold for these. I'm gonna do, like I said before, the silicone with the plaster jacket. So I will only have to do, I'll sort of do a brush on silicone mold. I'm undecided which way to put it. Ideally I wanted it this side, but I also don't want it to bend too much, so I might put like a support in or something. Not sure just yet, but I might make this a little bit here a bit thicker. I think that's what I'll do. I'll make it a bit thicker here. So yeah, anyway, that's what's going on. A lot of sculpting and a lot of sculpting to continue doing, but yeah, it's looking pretty good and I'm pretty happy with the way it's turning out. I might add a little bit more to that area just to strengthen it a little bit so I can mold it upright, but I've got my bongo here for reference on the horns, on the little horns that I sculpted. So the bongo is right in front of me so I can get those angles right. I'm mainly using this little rake tool as well, and I've also been using this loop tool as well that I've created. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for this week. You know, it was an ambitious week. But yeah, my plan was to try and finish the commissions, but I really want to get these antlers done, so I decided to do the work on the antlers instead of the commissions. I do let all my commissioners know that it'll take a little bit longer just because of these zoo commissions. I want to get them finished, so I'm on to the last thing, so I really want to get them done, and I'm pretty sure they're really looking forward to receiving them for their educational programs, so I really want to get them done. But anyway, so I'll probably leave it there for this week, and yeah, I guess that'll do. Yeah. So I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. I have a new video going up possibly today on how I felted the bongo body. So I'll go through the process of what I did to do the felting for the bongo. So that'll be up on my YouTube, and for my $5 and up tier, so you get access to that and a whole heap of other things if you want to know how I did that. And yeah, I'll have a few more things going up as well, but for now, link will be in the description if you're interested in something like that, and you can check me out on Instagram, Facebook, Creatures of Nat, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!